Hey, my friend, let's talk about where our Cowboys stand right now. If you've been following the team as closely as I have, you know the season has been a roller coaster of emotions. At the beginning of the year, most people weren't giving Mike McCarthy much of a chance. A lot of folks saw him as a lame duck head coach just biding time until Jerry Jones found his next big hire. But here we are, back-to-back wins, and suddenly the conversation has shifted. The same guy who was under fire not long ago is now getting hints of a possible contract extension. Can you believe that? Think about it. Jerry Jones himself, who just weeks ago was calling out McCarthy's offensive schemes on the radio, is now leaving the door open for him to stay. That's a big turnaround, and you know how Jerry is, his opinion can swing fast depending on what's happening on the field. But I want to hear from you. Do you think McCarthy deserves this second chance? Should we let these wins speak for themselves, or is this just delaying the inevitable? Drop your thoughts in the comments. I'm curious to see what the real fans think. And hey, if you haven't already, subscribe to our channel and tap that notification bell. Your support helps us grow and reach our goal of 12,000 subscribers. Join the Cowboys News TV family and stay in the loop for everything Dallas Cowboys. Alright, now that we've set the stage, let's dive deeper into what's really happening behind the scenes. Now, let's dig into Jerry Jones. Rolling all this, you know Jerry, he's never been shy about speaking his mind, especially when it comes to the Cowboys. Just a few weeks ago, during one of his radio appearances, he didn't hold back on criticizing the team's offensive schemes. He made it pretty clear that he wasn't thrilled with how things were going under McCarthy's leadership, and honestly, can you blame him? Back then, the offense felt predictable, almost like we were running plays out of an outdated playbook. Jerry wasn't happy, and when he's not happy, the entire organization feels the pressure. I know you've seen this pattern before, it's classic Jerry Jones, but here's the twist. Fast forward to now, and suddenly Jerry isn't ruling out a contract extension for McCarthy. It's almost like those two wins flipped a switch for him. You have to wonder, is Jerry being genuine about giving McCarthy another chance, or is he just keeping his options open while scoping out potential high-profile coaching candidates for the offseason? Here's where you come in. Do you think Jerry is being fair, or is he putting too much pressure on McCarthy? Let's get a little debate going in the comments. And while you're at it, vote, should Jerry stick with McCarthy if the Cowboys keep winning, or should he already be looking for a new head coach? I'll be reading your responses. By the way, if you're enjoying this breakdown of the Cowboys drama, make sure you subscribe and hit the notification bell. Your subscription means everything. It keeps us going and helps us bring you all the updates on our favorite team. Now, with Jerry's criticism fresh in our minds, it's time to talk about an unexpected voice that's stepping up to defend McCarthy. Let's get into that next. Alright, here's where things get really interesting. While Jerry Jones might be playing both sides of the fence, there's one person who isn't holding back when it comes to supporting Mike McCarthy, Dak Prescott, in a recent interview with Yahoo Sports. Dak made it clear that he believes McCarthy deserves another chance on his terms. Now, let's pause for a second and think about that. On his terms, that's a powerful statement, isn't it? Some fans see it as Dak calling for McCarthy to have more freedom and control over the team, without interference from, you guessed it, Jerry Jones. Whether Dak intended it or not, it feels like a subtle jab at Jerry's tendency to micromanage. And let's be honest, Jerry loves being in the spotlight as much as anyone in the NFL, but Dak's comments go beyond just words. As the quarterback and leader of his team, his voice carries weight. When he speaks, people listen, including Jerry. If Dak's backing McCarthy, it's a signal that the locker room might be rallying behind their coach, and that could play a huge role in whether McCarthy stays or goes. Now, I'm curious, do you agree with Dak? Should McCarthy get more control to truly run the team on his terms, or do you think that's risky? Let me know in the comments. And here's another idea. What do you think Dak's real motivation is here? Is he just being loyal to his coach, or is he trying to protect the stability of the team? Vote below, I'd love to see where you stand. Oh, and before we keep going, don't forget to subscribe to the channel. We're on the road to 12,000 subscribers, and your support means the world to us. Hit that notification bell, too, so you never miss the latest updates on everything Cowboys related. Now that we've heard Dak's side of the story, it's only fair to hear from McCarthy himself. Let's see how the head coach responded to his quarterback's comments. So, after Dak Prescott publicly voiced his support for Mike McCarthy, the spotlight naturally shifted to the coach. How would he respond to such a strong endorsement? Well, McCarthy didn't shy away from addressing Dak's comments, but his response was, let's just say, a little more measured when asked about Dak's statement, particularly on his terms. McCarthy downplayed any suggestion that he lacks influence or control over the team. He handled it like a seasoned professional, choosing his words carefully and steering the conversation away from any potential drama. But let's be real for a second, how much control does McCarthy really have? We know Jerry Jones has always been deeply involved in every aspect of the Cowboys operation. It's not a secret that many head coaches have struggled with the balancing act of running the team while also navigating Jerry's larger-than-life presence. That's why Dak's comments hit so hard. They put McCarthy in a tricky position. On one hand, he can't openly agree with Dak without risking friction with Jerry. On the other hand, ignoring Dak's support could send the wrong message to his players. It's a tightrope, and McCarthy's response shows he knows exactly how high the stakes are. So, here's the big question. Do you think McCarthy is being completely honest, or is he just trying to avoid rocking the boat? Let me know what you think in the comments. And while you're at it, here's a quick poll. Should McCarthy demand more control if he stays, or is the current dynamic the best way forward? Cast your vote below. And hey, if you're enjoying this conversation about all the behind-the-scenes drama, take a second to subscribe to the channel and hit the notification bell. Your support helps us bring you deeper insights into everything happening with the Cowboys, and it pushes us closer to our goal of 12,000 subscribers. Alright, with McCarthy's response laid out, it's time to shift our focus to what's ahead. Could all this momentum actually save McCarthy's job? Let's dive into the possibilities. Here's the million-dollar question, my friend. What's next for Mike McCarthy? With 2 wins in a row and the team seemingly turning things around, it feels like the tides might be shifting in his favor. But let's be honest, this is the Dallas Cowboys, and nothing is ever simple when Jerry Jones is involved. If the Cowboys keep winning, McCarthy's chances of staying could improve dramatically. After all, Jerry has always valued results. A strong finish to the season could silence a lot of the criticism, but there's also the flip side. We've seen Jerry chase high-profile coaching candidates in the past, and with some big names likely hitting the market this offseason, the temptation might be too strong to resist. And let's not forget the fans. That's you. Your voice matters, and Jerry knows it. If the Cowboys' faithful start demanding change, it's hard to imagine Jerry ignoring that pressure. So, what do you think? Should McCarthy stay if the team keeps winning, or is it time to bring in a fresh face to lead America's team? Let me know in the comments. This is your chance to weigh in on the future of our Cowboys. Speaking of weighing in, here's a quick poll for you. If you had to make the call today, would you keep McCarthy or move on? Vote below, I'm curious to see where everyone stands. Before we move to the final chapter, don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Your support helps us dive into these discussions and bring you closer to the team we all love. Let's hit that 12,000 subscriber mark together. Now, let's wrap this up by taking a step back and looking at the bigger picture. What does all of this mean for the Cowboys moving forward? So, what does all this mean for the Cowboys and their future? Well, it's clear that the fate of Mike McCarthy isn't just tied to wins and losses, it's wrapped up in the politics of the franchise, the influence of Jerry Jones, and the support of key players like Dak Prescott. This drama reminds us why we love the Cowboys. It's not just about football. It's about the stories, the personalities, and the stakes that come with being America's team. Whether McCarthy stays or goes, one thing is for sure, the Cowboys will remain the most talked about team in the NFL. But now, it's your turn to take the spotlight. What's your prediction for McCarthy's future? Will Jerry keep him around if the wins keep piling up? Or will he take a shot at bringing in someone new? Let me know your thoughts in the comments, and don't hold back, I want to hear your honest opinion. And before you go, make sure you subscribe to the channel and hit that notification bell. Your support keeps this community growing, and we're so close to our goal of 12,000 subscribers. Be part of the journey, and let's keep the Cowboys conversations going. Thanks for sticking around, my friend. I'll catch you in the next video. Until then, go Cowboys!